You're sitting under the fluorescent lights of your office, trying to get through the day, when a coworker starts talking. They aren't doing anything overtly malicious, but their specific brand of arrogance, or maybe it's their constant low-level laziness, makes your blood boil. The reaction doesn't match the offense. The annoyance feels intensely physical and out of your control, as if their mere presence is a personal insult rather than a minor workplace friction. There is a strange disproportion here. When a reaction is this persistent and this visceral, it suggests the behavior we're watching is colliding with something hidden inside us. The psychiatrist Carl Jung recognized this internal collision. He termed it projection, the process of casting our own internal states onto the people around us. By focusing on the flaws of others, we find a way to ignore the unrecognized parts of our own identity. We spend our lives fighting external enemies, oblivious to the fact that the conflict is actually happening within. This habit of projection creates a deep internal fracture. We divide our identity into two pieces: the acceptable, polite self we show to the world, and the unacceptable traits we refuse to acknowledge. Maintaining this division requires a massive amount of energy. Your psyche works overtime to keep rejected traits buried. Because that energy is expelled outward, you are left in a state of internal depletion, starving your development and leaving you exhausted. As long as your resources are spent denying your own nature, your actual capabilities remain trapped and out of reach. These hidden traits usually trace back to early childhood, the moment we first encounter the expectations of others. To secure love and fit in, we learn to suppress anything that causes trouble, whether that's radical independence, anger, or even a healthy sense of selfishness. These traits aren't destroyed. They are simply relocated below the threshold of your conscious awareness. In this dark, lower zone, the repressed qualities cluster together into a single psychological weight. Jung called this the shadow. The shadow is not a sign of a broken mind. It is the universal byproduct of adapting to the rules of human society. Reclaiming these lost pieces requires shadow work, moving from the habit of blaming others to the practice of looking inward. You can find these buried traits by observing your reactions. The next time a coworker's arrogance causes a sudden flare of anger, look at that reaction as a direct signal of a quality you have hidden from yourself. The goal of this process is what Jung called individuation, the ultimate aim of human psychological development. Individuation is the act of integrating the shadow, bringing those hidden shapes back into the light, and expanding your primary personality. This isn't about becoming a better person or reaching moral perfection. It is about becoming a whole person. Integrating the shadow often feels like a violent release of pressure. The energy once spent on suppression is suddenly returned. Traits that seemed negative when they were hidden begin to transmute. Aggression, when integrated, becomes the vital assertiveness needed to lead a team or stand your ground. Even selfishness has its use. Once acknowledged, it provides the necessary drive to establish and enforce healthy personal boundaries. The shadow contains a reservoir of raw, untamed power, a vital source of energy required for survival and achievement. A fragmented person is forced to live a narrow, restricted life, but an individuated mind possesses the full range of human capabilities. With your energy freed and your natural traits reclaimed, you finally have the psychological tools needed to pursue an authentic life purpose. Confronting the traits you despise most provides the psychological foundation for a focused life. Integrating the darkness is the required step for a mind to reach its full, functional capacity.